Oh, and we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 825. Today is Thursday, October 28th, 2021, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay. And we are here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
I thought I told you that we won't stop. Can't get rid of people who come back every day. Top stories of the day. Someone bought $3,400 worth of Shiba last August, is now worth $1.55 billion. It looks like the person who came on and said that $1,000 gets you $500 million wasn't telling a lie. So we'll talk more about that. U.S. government attorneys to target individuals and gatekeepers for crypto prosecutions. Actor Matt Damon plugs crypto.com and global TV spot. Would you look at that? More advertisements coming down the pipe. El Salvador buys a smoking hot 420 more Bitcoin. Hilarious. And Wharton accepts crypto payments for blockchain program tuition fees and more. But first and foremost, Bitcoin Zay, what is going on with those prices?
Oh, yeah. So our prices for today, Bitcoin at $61,608 is up 4.4%. Ethereum at $4,191 up 4.8%. Binance Coin sitting at 482 is up 5.7%. Cardano sitting at around $2 is up 1.7%. Solana a touch below 200 at 199 is up 4.7%. XRP at 106 is up 3.9%. And a new entry into the top 10, goddamn Shiba Inu at 0.000077101 cent is up 30% today, up actually 173% for the week. At number 9, we have Polkadot at 42.69, up 2%, and Dogecoin at 30 cents is up 28% today. So a big battle between the community meme tokens, and then we'll let the dogs fight it out to see who'll come out on top.
Yeah, it is crazy seeing what's going on with these prices and the flipping. Not only, of course, did Shiba officially flip Dogecoin, we'll be talking about that in a moment. But I mean, it flipped it a lot. Like Dogecoin's hanging on to the number 10 spot. Shiba to the number 8 or 7. A lot of craziness going on. Market super irrational. And again, it's crazy how people keep confusing everything we say. Like, people call in on Fridays. Like the reason why we say to call in on Fridays is because things do get lost in translation via messaging and text. But literally every time we say like how these altcoins are going to keep flipping each other and it's an altcoin casino and everything's on the Bitcoin, people are like, well, what about this pump? Like they just say like, what about this 2-week time period of this pump? They're not looking at the entire history of the altcoin or the project in the future. People, this is what we mean. This is how to keep everything on our channel very simple. Buy Bitcoin. Buy Bitcoin. Every other project outside of Bitcoin, we always ask the question, why can't Bitcoin do this? And usually Bitcoin can't. So let's just make things easier top to bottom. I guess I think we have to do this messaging a lot. Buy Bitcoin.
And if you don't agree with us, or if you don't understand what our show is really about, it's about you attract more bees with honey than with vinegar. Because we could just say, fuck every other crypto, only Bitcoin. We're not discussing anything. But
then would be a Bitcoin Maximus channel.
We'd be the Bitcoin Maxi channel. But the biggest thing is we've done the research. But I also want to see other projects. People talk about whatever, what Hex or Shiba or whatever, SafeMoon. They could be all completely garbage. But talking about it is one thing, shilling it is another. And we definitely don't do that. We only give people the information and then give our opinions.
Wait for FBF. Wait for FBF tomorrow. We'll turn it up then. But speaking of altcoins and stuff, want to give a shout out to today's show sponsor, Axion. We will be releasing that Axion video right after the show today. And for those, this is the video I've been telling people about. Again, it's a sponsored video, people, since we shield so many altcoins here. So do your own research for sure. But we will be publishing this video after the show. What I will say is at least look at it just to see what it compares to. It compares to another very popular altcoin here on this channel, at least as of 2021. It's actually a fork of an altcoin on this channel, at least of 2021. And that was our point to that altcoin community is, hey, what would have happened if your project's so amazing? What would happen if someone forked it and built on it? Essentially, that's what just happened. Someone forked a very popular altcoin project on this channel, and they built on top of it. So again, it's just a sponsored video. Excuse me. So check it out and let us know your thoughts for sure. All right, really quick, what's going on? Name the Dream, Shannon Allen. What's up? Yes, fresh and crisp. Yeah, I mean, I was like, man, I used to wear the white shirt. I used to get my Jim Cramer on every day. You got to get back to it. What's going on, Addie A, Wendy Nichols, Michael Kennedy, Lawrence Sanders, Sierra Van Axel, Kadeem K, what's up? L Dabnum L, 64 ECG, Shannon Allen. I said, well, but Shannon, you late, man. Zay live in Miami, man. He been there the last 3-4 weeks.
Hey, man. Just had to meet with City Hall and do some stuff with them and mess with the mayor. So got to be down here a little bit.
There we go. Shout out to Crypto Vantage. Crypto Vantage is back in the house again. Of course, we've been using them as a free news and educational resource for anyone who has all those beginner questions. I mean, hey, if you have a beginner question or a question in crypto that we can't answer in live chat, we're going to charge you, folks. We're going to charge. This is what we do throughout most of the day, so we have to charge you. But Crypto Vantage said they won't. So check out cryptovantage.com, a free news and educational resource for sure. All right, what's going on, Cliff? Michaela, Too Rich to Miss, Less Square, out of Jersey. I already know these days. Jay's 085, Stephanie Hawkins, Satoshi Slim. Let's see, BK Born, Best I Race. Thank you for that early morning tip. Good morning, fellas in crypto family. Crypto culture said King F the haters from yesterday play these damn ads. They don't realize how fast the money dry up in the bear. Again, as I just told Zay before the show started, we're going to try to save it for tomorrow. I hope these people call in tomorrow. You know, I got the energy. But yes, just to go on since crypto culture, thanks Kenzie for the tip, to really quick piggyback on that. And this is by no means the number, but this is the number we hope to get it to one day. Would you turn down $25,000 a week? I don't care if you're Elon Musk, even if you're Elon Musk, you're the richest man in the world. Would you turn down $25,000 a week? No, that's how I got to be the richest man in the world. Yeah. With that being said, it would be a dream to have a show sponsor on a daily basis at a $5,000 a pop, 5 days a week. We're making 25K off sponsors. That is the goal. That is the goal. We're going toward that goal. No one's stopping that goal. Who would not want that money? We are definitely there for that. And I asked Zay this morning, since he wasn't here yesterday, crypto culture. I actually asked Zay, I said, hey, have we ever, EVER on this channel actually shield a coin? He was like, no, I don't know. We haven't. Like, and I thought about it. I was like, I can't ever remember shielding a coin. Again, we'll talk about this more Friday, though. But I mean, if you've been here for 3 or 4 years and you've never seen a shield coin, and we're not talking about a coin live, which we do every day, live streams, you're not our target audience. Like, you can lead them to water, but you can't make them drink. Like, goddamn, what else? Like, what else do I need to goddamn do?
Man, I can't wait for the bear market.
Yeah, and exactly. And you know what? Shout out to Crypto Kenzie. He said they don't realize how fast the money dry up in the bear. Yeah, a 2-year bear market when you do this full time. Imagine how life is for that, people. Imagine Bitcoin drops 80% and stays negative 80% until 2024 when the next halving occurs. And then you'll be more conscientious about your company's capital flow the next time around. So anyway, that's the long story of the good morning. Let's go ahead and jump to the top story today. You all have to excuse us. To be fair, yeah, the Bitcoin Zay showing you. To be fair today, one of my friends poured me a shot today. I turned on my live stream, Bitcoin Zay's drinking, and I'm just like, oh, I guess it's one of those mornings. Because hey, when everybody's portfolio's up, this is what you do at 10 a.m. or 7 a.m. You drink.
I'm getting on a flight in a couple hours. Hey, we get the party started. About to give me a good nap.
Yeah, I love how we're always wrong, but we've been living life on our own terms, live streaming it since 2017. Yeah, all right, top story of the day. I guess we were definitely wrong about this. It turns out that $1,000 was worth 500 million Shiba. Someone bought $3,400 worth of Shiba last August. I don't know who would want to just throw $3,400 in the toilet, because that's what you would have been essentially doing at the time, unless you had the inside trap. But is now worth $1.55 billion. I'm stealing that from Zay. SHIB holder who spent $3,400 on the meme coin last August is now a crypto billionaire from that purchase alone, with the asset gaining 94,278, or excuse me, 94,278,239.8% over the past year. So I'm assuming they're talking about August of 2020 and not August of 2021, just to be clear. I'm assuming they're talking about a full year ago. But again, they're saying that $3,400 worth of the Shiba buy is worth $1.55 billion now today on Thursday. How does this work? And the biggest question, which I see the article actually addresses, is if it's actually worth 1.55 billion, can you actually cash it out? So tell us all about this Bitcoin thing.
Oh, yeah.
Tokenomics.
So whenever we talk about altcoins and some of the logistics of what people are talking about, and not to get phased by all of the hoopla, one of the biggest things in altcoins is that if you do make this quote unquote massive fortune, it is almost impossible to sell that coin at the very top with all of your amount without dumping the price completely, because it is a very illiquid shitcoin, like everything else, that is very low in price. It doesn't really have a use case. It's there for you to pump and dump, make your money and get out. But if you're trying to drop $5 billion worth of, or right now, $1.55 billion at the same time, you will literally take the price to the point where you might not have any movement in that coin for a while. And a lot of people think that they can just push buy, and then at the top, they're going to be able to see it and then push sell. No, that's not how it works. You have to have those orders on the other side. And also, too, if you have cascading drops in price while you're trying to sell, you're not actually going to be selling at lower prices. So the actual logistics of this, anybody that's been in this game long enough knows it is next to impossible to sell at the exact right price without having sell orders already in place. So if this person pushes sell, or if they try to move these coins, people are watching this wallet now. That would definitely tank the Shiba market. And unfortunately for most Shiba people, there's only a couple people that have almost all the Shiba. And I'm pretty sure it's Vitalik's friends. That's why they gave him $1 billion. Like again, I explained on a radio show the other night with Jay King in Sacramento. Shout out to him. I was talking to him.
Is that the one, the old head, or different?
Yeah, my man. Yeah.
Hey. You know what's up? Leave it there.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna see you, old head. You think you're in the green right now? I'm gonna see you, old head.
Oh yeah, JK. Yeah, I told this crowd, I was like, there's a bunch of pump and dump groups that have millions that are laughing at you. It is the most hilarious thing ever, because the same thing was happening with Dogecoin, and now they're calling it a boomer meme coin.
I can't believe that. They literally said is Doge a boomer coin now.
Oh yeah, Bitcoin is old and decrepit now. It's like old. This is how much lack of focus people have nowadays.
I'm glad you brought that up, because if they're doing that for Dogecoin, you know they're doing it for Bitcoin. My fault. I didn't mean to cut that off, but you know they're doing it for Bitcoin. They're doing it for Dogecoin.
Yeah, it's a microwave society. It's a lot of young kids who they fly by night trying to do it quick. But again, that is one of the best parts about this. Anybody can enter the space, but they will learn like everybody else. And in 2025, they'll be the guys that are telling the people from 2012 that come in new, oh yeah, you probably don't want to mess with illiquid shit coins, because you can probably get dumped on, or you might not be able to sell it until it's at a loss. So again, do what you want, but this growth is not surprising, because it always happens with at least 1 or 2 coins. There's always 1 or 2 small cap coins that go crazy. People think they're all going to get rich. People buy the top, and then it's just ugly from there. So just got to wait and have the experience to know what's coming.
Hey, and yes, name the dream. I love that. SHIB smash all the TABS. You know what? I'm glad you brought that up, because that is why, like, again, I understand the importance of TA. Let me make sure I say that, because, oh my goodness, you think it's some Bitcoin maximalists around, folks. There is some technical analysis maximalists around. If you say no to TA, they will definitely be in this comment section today. I'm not saying no to TA. All I'm saying to technical analysis TA is that, like, I won't even say take it to grant. Like, you take it to say 33%, 33% TA, 33% fundamental, and 33% of that inside tip if you got it, right? Like, whatever. But, you know, break up where you're getting your information. But that is why, you know, some people are 100% TA. Like, the charts trend, if this says it, then this is what it is. And it's like, not really, because all it takes is for one human being to go on Twitter and say something crazy, and that price will pump or dump. But and one play 5 says Shiba is made by Vitalik's friend. You are making a mistake thinking it's a joke. Ooh, okay, all right. Hey, I will say this, folks. I still can care less. I would say as far as Shiba, because here's what we talk about. When we talk about Bitcoin, which is why we say stick to Bitcoin, we're talking about the future of money. We're talking about the future technology. We think this thing is here to stay for the future. When you talk about altcoin X, Y, Z, A, B, C, whatever, we just don't think they're going to be here in 10 years. Like we legitimately don't think they're going to be here in 10 years. And that does go for Shiba. However, with all that being said, let's talk about the prices and all that. If Shiba is here for 10 years, if Shiba does make it, and not here for 10 years because the big price of Bitcoin is $8 million. Now Shiba's 45 cents. But what I mean, like, if it's here for 8 years, is burgeoning into the entire ecosystem, then to me, as I pointed out before, Leash would be more of the play because Leash is actually capped at 100 some thousand tokens and it runs in the same ecosystem, whereas Shiba is going crazy with 4 quadrillion or hextrillion or whatever numbers on it. I don't know. But it says Shiba on Doge. The Doge said Cornelius Broadnex, violence. Where's Mike Vick? Hilarious. Mike Vick owns both Doge shit coins with Reno Gabo.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just glanced at this and what in the world? I got to show this real quick. Hold up. Let me see. I saw, what was the Shiba's 94 million? What number is this? Hold on, we got to figure this out. There's a token, Evergrow coin right here. Look at this number.
Oh, listen, listen. So I'm not even going to give the actual coins out because I don't want to shield.
I'm not shilling, but I'm looking at it. I'm like, what gained 150 million? It looked like it gained 150 million%. What is going on? I'm sorry, I had to jump in there.
No, you're good. No, what coin is that? For those who are listening, what coin was just looking at?
Evergreen. Damn, why is it not loading?
Evergreen. So that's what I was gonna say. So this kind of reminds me of the Conflux things. You remember as of recently, I talked about Conflux and the entire ecosystem because it came out in story finally. Most people are late to the party on that. Like people are Conflux, like you made your money on that last year and quarter one, quarter two this year. But with that being said, which is even hilarious about the shilling thing, there's actually 2 or 3 other altcoins for those who do like to play meme coins and who are playing around with Shiba. There's 2 or 3 other altcoins coming behind Shiba that are going to be bigger.
Oh yeah.
As far as
I think I might know what they are too.
As far as community, again, they won't last long term. When you all are talking about making cash and your ROI or whatever, and maybe we'll have the Friday show this week and we'll talk about them. But there's a couple other coins who are doing the same, if not higher gains at the moment right now that you're seeing with Shiba that people aren't even talking about. And once they do talk about them, the gains will even be more ridiculous. I wish I could tell you all, but I definitely don't want to. I definitely don't want to be promoting some shit coins to you. So again, but that's crazy to see. 3,400, 1.55 billion. The thing to remember though, people, again, Bitcoins, they kind of mentioned it, but you can't cash that out. Like, is it liquid? What happens if you tried to cash out $1.5 billion out of any market, not just the Shiba market? It could be the Bitcoin market. If someone tried to cash out 1.55 billion in the Bitcoin market, we will feel it. That would be the $1,000 candle, I think, right? I don't know. What are your thoughts? Like, is it even possible? Let's not go to 1.5 billion. Let's not go crazy. Let's say, hey, I made 20, 30, 40 million off my Shiba. I'm about to cash out. Is this possible?
No.
Why? I didn't expect you to just make it that simple. Why is it not possible?
Not all at once, only because bots. As soon as you push sell at a certain price, or if you're trying to sell and that order is being sold, the bot is going to trigger bots to see that there's a huge wall that just popped up of somebody trying to sell. It will trigger those bots to sell as well. And then all of a sudden you'll have a cascading price down. So even if you are selling, you would either miss your sell price or you would have to lower it. Because if you market sold, I mean, exchanges do it all the time. You can market sell all you want. That price will drop, 10, 20% as it's market selling, simply because that's how these exchanges work. So good luck if you want to, but 20, 30 million at a time is possible, but it's not probable, especially with illiquid coins. With Bitcoin, maybe. I've seen it before, but with Shiba, some of these small illiquid coins on an exchange, good luck.
And I will say, let's see, Pat Murphy said those stats on CMC are not right. No, for sure. They're definitely not for a lot of coins too, to be honest, but they're not right on any of the platforms. Like, believe that for sure. Let's see. Hey, Looney T, I'm with you, Looney. And you know what? You're right. And that is the thing we have to balance on this show. We try to balance it. Looney T said, bro, we don't care about 10 years, LOL. When y'all gonna get that through your head? Hey, Looney T, I'm not mad at you. You're right. And again, that is truly why we try to balance the show. Because again, if we were gonna do this show Bitcoin Zay way, his name is Bitcoin Zay, folks. Like, like what?
We'll be on this bitch talking about Taproot and talking about the history of Merkle trees. We'll be discussing the block debates. Yeah,
you all would beat me in 2014 trying to stay awake in the first 10 minutes because it would just start going over your head. Like I am telling you, if you hear Bitcoin Zay talk for real people about this crypto shit, he gets very technical. He gets very. And so many times I had to tell Bitcoin Zay, like, oh, bro, talk to me like we're about to talk to our audience right now. What are you talking about? What is all this stuff I've never heard of? So yeah, like but you are right. We do get it, Looney, when we try to keep it middle of the road. We try to keep you.
That's why I cut 100 pages out of that book. Because I knew it was too
we try to keep you coming back to Bitcoin, but we do understand to keep your interest. We do need to talk about these altcoins.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Chappie said, what about instead of selling, you exchange it for stable coins via wallet and then start cashing out from the stable coin? All right, that's something to do. But it's still kind of the same thing where it's just like how many, like 1.5 billion stable coins. Hey, Tether about to give you a phone call.
Oh yeah, USDC price gonna drop 30 cents.
Let's see.
No more.
Rendo, like Denzel said, TAs are relevant when in the presence of fundamental drivers. That's what I say the same too. When fundamentals are going crazy, it's going crazy. But it was let's see. S1 Dubs, Jay. Who's Jay? They say he gave us some straightening before.
That's what I said. I was like, I need that audio because he obviously said it when we wasn't on there. And if he was
as much as S1, especially S1 Dubs, you know, I trust our Warriors. Yeah. I had it in my head at an early age. It was like, you know what? Until I actually like see or hear, I'm not going to say anything negative because I don't want, you know how I hear. I can't afford to jump off. If I jump off the ledge, I'm jumping off the ledge. I'm not coming back. So I saw another good one. Somebody was saying that Shiba, Michael Kennedy, thanks, Michael Kennedy, says Shiba is just this season's altcoin. I actually agree with you on that. I think this is more or less, we'll go by seasons or quarters or whatever, but I agree with you. Like last season, this year still, but last season, Dogecoin was the season's altcoin. Dogecoin to $1. Yeah. Dogecoin. Technically, you can even say the Hexkins had their season, right? Oh, yeah. Ripple had its season.
Let's go back. Yeah, I'll say let's go back. Verge had his day.
Verge had his season. Neo, like when we tell you about like Verge, Neo, and Stratus, even with Shiba right now, and I would love to see the numbers, I'm not sure if they're passing things like Stratus. I'll look at it really quick, but Stratus, like in 2017, people, some of the pumps were absolutely, I mean, it was the same thing you're seeing now with less than a penny. I said these things were going up to $10 to $15 very quickly from being less than a penny. Go ahead, Bitcoin Zay.
Nah, I was just gonna say, yeah, some of these old pumps, we've already seen them and they're gone. The project's completely gone. So that's why we tell you, if you're gonna do it, get your money, get out the shitcoin casino, stack your chips, get out, go get more Bitcoin, or keep it in stable coins and get something else. Because we've seen the pumps. We've seen some crazy pumps all over the place, but this is no different. It's not as if Shiba's going to be here long term. We'll see, but I doubt it.
Yeah. All right. Who is going to be here long term are the United States government attorneys as they target individuals and gatekeepers for crypto prosecutions. That's right. Major regulatory agencies plan to work hard to prosecute individuals and companies that have had dodgy dealings with digital assets. Now, when I first saw this, you already know about the project I thought of because I know they sick the government on CoinMarketCap. And I was like, oh, are these some of the dodgy people they're talking about? But no, not really. If you're wondering if your company or some of the companies you work with falls into the SEC's enforcement eyes, then you don't need to really worry. They're looking at things like, as you can see here, SEC Enforcement Director Gerber Gurwal is being quoted as saying that's why we'll be taking a hard look at gatekeepers like auditors and audit firms, attorneys, and underwriters. They're looking for crypto exchanges, lending programs, anything that's super centralized, the things along the lines like Coinbase, BitMEX, and others that are super centralized, bringing in a ton of money, not your little mom and pop operations like Bitcoin Zay and I, but some of the bigger ones, they're definitely saying, hey, we have these under a microscope and we're about to regulate the hell out of them. What else is going on with this story?
Oh man. So he's quoted here saying that's why we'll be adding a hard look at gatekeepers like auditors and audit firms, attorneys, and underwriters, simply because, as I stated before, the SEC enforcement director commented on their increased scrutiny of ICOs, unregistered crypto exchanges, crypto lending, and award programs. So all of those things are under scrutiny only because they need their cut, and they don't understand that this industry is moving faster than they can. One thing, though, they don't really mention a lot with the SEC, even looking at this, is I've always wondered how would they regulate airdrops? Because to me, that is the one piece of legislation that could curtail anything they say. They could say, hey, if you own this coin or if you have these coins, blah, 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 you have to register through an exchange, whatever. But if somebody's getting airdropped to an address, how do you regulate that address comes to me? Because that address could be private. It could be on my computer. It could be somebody else's address. Like it could be on a hardware wallet. That's going to be interesting to see how the SEC tries to get that. It's going to be airdrop central as soon as they try to regulate too hard. Just every single coin, airdrop, just to keep the price going. But we'll see. The SEC also targeted Terraform Labs CEO Duke Kwon with a subpoena in September. That was at the conference in New York where I was actually at. I was a day late. I wasn't there when it happened, but I came the next day because I was supposed to speak. But because they have some terrible vax passport laws, I couldn't even speak at the conference. But whatever, that's another thing. But they got served by the SEC at the conference. Literally, as they were walking in, they were at the top step, got served.
Hey, they like, so they say on stage, like, let's next, welcome to the stage, Jimmy Benjamin. Like, you're Jimmy Benjamin? Yeah, that's me. Is you? That's me. Yeah.
And then on top of that, they turned around and sued the SEC. So it looks like it's a fight both ways between companies, SECs, to figure this out. And I hope that for the SEC's sake, I hope that they don't go get too egregious, because what if these companies become uber rich? They become a few of them become multi-billionaires, trillionaires, and they just say no. Because if that day comes, it's going to be real hard for you to enforce it if every company is like, no, we have $1 trillion. I'm not changing anything. So good luck with that, but we'll see what happens. And the SEC, again, they're strong. They're going to come after whoever they can.
Yeah, I mean, speaking about strong, let's talk about Jason Klein real quick. This is not even an article for the day. This article came out back in 2018. I'll put this article link in the chat box. This is a Time magazine article. I saw this the other day. Essentially, someone wanted some old interviews and articles about us, so I sent them a recent Time magazine. But I saw the old article, the Bitcoin trading family man faced years in prison. And now he's telling a story. For those who never read the story, this is the crazy story, and this is what we're talking about as far as the United States. If you try to do peer-to-peer Bitcoin transactions, they're trying to turn you into some type of evil criminal. Essentially, the short end of the story is that a guy was doing peer-to-peer Bitcoin transactions. Hey, you got $1,000 of Bitcoin to buy? Yes, sure. Here you go, right? Then the guy who bought the Bitcoin from him came back with a second guy who was an undercover agent. They said, hey, you got $2,000 worth of Bitcoin? Yes, here you go. You got 3,000? Yes. I think all in total, he sold, on his own, he sold them up to $7,640 worth of Bitcoin. So not even $8,000 worth. And then sold them, and then sold them $15,000 worth. So let's say total, he sold $40,000 worth of Bitcoin. Well, on the second transaction, or third, whenever it was, the undercover agent told him, hey, I'm about to go buy some cocaine with this. As the seller in this article said, I wasn't sure if he was serious. I didn't really care. It wasn't my business. He seemed odd, like most people in cryptocurrency are odd, because they're either nerds, they keep to themselves, or they're super eccentric and extroverted, right? But long story short, the US said, hey, since he said he was buying drugs with the Bitcoin you sold him, you are now liable for that drug buy, which is absolutely fucking ridiculous, because it's the same thing as going to an ATM with, hey, I'm about to go get some cash from the ATM so I can go buy some cocaine. Or I'm about to go walk into the bank and get some cash so I can buy me some cocaine. Or I might buy me a pipe bomb. I don't know. I might buy some crazy shit, right? Like, to me, that is the exact same thing. And we all know that's the exact same thing. But gang going to gang. You can't be mad at that.
Always.
But I bring this story up because they're essentially making peer-to-peer transactions super illegal, people, super illegal. So that's why we know when I see things like Shiba, Dogecoin, whatever, again, we just say as far as long term, we like to look at, say, hey, does it outperform Bitcoin, or is it going to be better than Bitcoin in terms of technology? Don't think so. But this is why we're still always pro crypto because it's like, even if it's Dogecoin and Shiba, then fine. It actually does work to transact. And I'd rather have Dogecoin or Shiba on the market or in the market than having US cash right now when you got your government agencies acting crazy like this. This is crazy story.
Oh yeah, yeah, and I just want to remind people too, when you're talking about these coins, because it is basically like lottery, it's like casino. Yes, both of those industries exist. They're billion-dollar industries for a reason. People are going to play these games. The difference is, if I won the lottery, I wouldn't then come out and say I'm a financial advisor. If I hit at the casino, I wouldn't advise everybody to go play 21 blackjack or to go play poker. That's the difference. That's what people are doing. They made $1 million off of Shiba or whatever, SafeMoon, and they're advising people to buy different cryptocurrencies based on their research about it. Yeah, get out of here. That's the difference. So just calm down. And again, like I said, this whole market is funny to me because none of us here are the real enemies. The real enemy, the reason why I laugh at most of this stuff is the real enemy isn't laughing. Y'all are play for what we really have to go against in the future. Unrealized capital gains tax, that's way bigger than any other coin coming on here telling us not to talk about it. So yeah, much bigger stuff in play.
Yeah, for sure. Jake Fever hilarious said, when I get my change back from Walmart, tell the teller I'm going to do something illegal, they're going to jail. Hey, you're right. Every time I go to the store, I get my change back. Like, I think I might use this on some bullets today and just walk out. All right, let's get to these news stories. Again, this actually seems to be the trend of the week. I always say I'm one of those people where it's not necessarily fate and all that. I won't get all spiritual with you and all horoscopes, but I will say I'm one of those people who think things happen for a reason. Of course, the other day we were talking about advertising as well in the crypto sector. We're talking about our own advertising. It looks like actor Matt Damon also plugs crypto.com in a global TV spot. That's right. The actor said the platform shares his commitment to empowering people around the globe with the tools needed to take control of the futures. No, that is right. We were talking about Gemini. Gemini just started advertising the white paper in New York, where CNN used to advertise. You got Matt Damon with crypto.com. Of course, we know FTX has Miami Arena. They have NFL sponsor doing the NFL Super Bowl. They now have Steph Curry and Tom Brady, amongst others. And then, of course, crypto.com also has the UFC sponsorship and partnership with UFC, which is premiered on ESPN. So cryptocurrency exchange, crypto.com, which used to be called Rakuten. We don't want to forget that.
Monaco?
Was it Rakuten or something? They rebranded.
Monaco.
They were Monaco. I think my Rakuten. They were Monaco. Yeah, for those who don't know, crypto.com rebranded from Monaco during the bear market or after the bear market. They're rolling out a new ad featuring Hollywood star Matt Damon, actually one of my favorites, which it plans to introduce to consumers worldwide. The Fortune favors the brave ad starring Damon amid a digital landscape of historic figures, including the Wright brothers, and Sir Edmund Hillary is aimed at reaching a global audience of potential crypto users and investors. Looks like this ad will appear on billboards, television spots around the world, and be included in its portfolio of partnerships with major sports franchises and organizations. Again, this is the topic of the week. It looks like crypto advertising is here to stay, people. Like, it is here to stay. And I can bet you all your tokens in your wallet that Matt Damon won't be telling you that this is an advertisement. You probably shouldn't buy the crypto token.
Oh yeah. Nah, you know what's crazy? The paragraph right under it. The announcement comes the same week crypto.com donated $1 million to water.org, a clean water initiative co-founded by Damon.
Oh, you don't say.
Oh, okay. Well, this makes sense now. Again, follow the money, people. Yeah, he basically sat down with them and said, hey, give $1 million to my organization, I give you a commercial for free. Just pay for everything, all the expendable stuff. And I'll throw that in there because he's on the board. So he also gets paid from that $1 million donation. It increases their ability to get paid from that and also makes him look good in the light. But shout out to him. Who cares if he actually likes crypto.com? These are actors, people. I remember one time Dave Chappelle said, if Coke and Pepsi reached out to me, I would do both. He was like, whichever one pays the most money. I have no allegiance to none of these brands. Just trying to make this money. So again, shout out to Matt Damon for that, but also too, like Alec Baldwin with eToro, with Mariah Carey with Gemini, Lala, she partnered up with Gemini. Every exchange.
Mayweather was in there.
They all fighting. Yeah, Jamie Foxx. Yep, Jamie Foxx. They're just fighting over famous people now. trying to get them involved, whatever. As soon as one of them try to tap me on the shoulder for a commercial, I'm gonna laugh in their face. But if they tap King, don't be surprised if you see King on there doing the commercial for somebody soon. So yeah, that would be super dope. But shout out to Damon. It's just a battle to get the most famous people.
Yeah. For sure. I've done commercials for way worse products at this point. But I know seriously, when it comes to crypto.com and some of the advertisements and stuff, again, this is one of those things where the narrative is going to happen. The narrative, like, and we haven't even seen JP Morgan and Wells Fargo and Bank of America start doing commercials. Like, all don't understand what's coming, what's about to come out of the market. Like, the government already plays nice with JP Morgan. When they start doing commercials, it's over with. Like,
hey, King, let me ask you this: if Bank of America offered you $1 million flat to do a commercial for their crypto or Bitcoin custodial accounts, would you do it?
Of course, and here's why. And here's the reason why. And it's kind of like what I was saying in the comments. If you can't differentiate me doing a commercial or ad or pumping some bullshit and me coming on live, like right now we're live. If I'm not telling you about a project right now, I don't believe in it.
If it was pre-recorded and written, obviously I'm just saying what they say. I get my money. You're an adult. Make your own decision. If you can still get
let's go even further. Like, people, y'all know I'm in Hollywood. I know I don't post on social media. That's because I'm really doing it. But I got like 10 or 15 commercials out right now as we speak. So of course, like, to me, my thing is, look, if you can't differentiate those two, then you probably can't differentiate things in the crypto market. And you already know me. If you're not the brightest bulb out there, then to me, you're already a weak link. And I probably don't want you around anyway. So it is what it is all the way. Like, to my point too, and this is crazy as far as the advertising, some of the names we just named, but let's just stay with the article. Matt Damon has a shit ton of more money than me, and he's still doing crypto.com's advertisements.
Exactly.
What does that tell you, people? Well, like I'm trying to get 25K a week. All right. Like,
that's the immaturity of a lot of young people too. They're 25, 26. I make 100,000. They think they're rich forever. Bro, I got monthly bill. Like, I ain't even gonna get it set, but I'm just saying, you look at it, you like, bro, do you understand how long life is and how much money you make to stop? Because they don't understand with more money comes better lifestyle, more stuff, more investment, a lot of stuff. So I just look at it, I'm like, this got to be your first time making money, because you're talking to people that's already made it and 10 years older.
They're telling you it's not enough money.
They're telling you that's not enough. Like, really. And damn sure not enough in California. Like, people think it's a game. Like, oh man, it's hilarious.
Y'all know how much it costs to live in LA?
Kids got to learn, man. Hey, kids got to learn. And even some older people too, because this is their first time making a lot of money. So it's just, you know how it was first time you hit big and you thought,
listen, y'all keep playing with me. And I was just watching this interview on Vlad. I'm about to turn the old boy off Baby Boy. Not Baby Boy, the other one, the other character. I forgot his name. C something's the one who played Baby Boy's homeboy, who's trying to sell the dresses.
Oh yeah.
Like, who made them? Where are they from? He's like, damn, I'm trying to sell you some dresses. I could be robbing your ass right now. Like, listen, two ways for me to get my money. I'm gonna get them one way or the other, people. It's up to you to help me do it the right way. No, jokes, all jokes. Okay, what isn't a joke though is El Salvador. They said, hey, we're done playing games. They're buying a smoking hot 420 more Bitcoin. That is right. The recent purchase brings the Latin American nation stash to about 1,120 Bitcoin, which, I mean, compared to some of these exchanges, sounds small, but when you compare it to other countries, how much do you have in your reserves? Oh, you don't have any? Or United States, you just auctioned off the $300,000 worth that you did have? Well, we're keeping ours. What's going on over in El Salvador as they continue to buy more Bitcoin?
Oh, yeah. So El Salvador, they bought 420 Bitcoin, sort of keeping up with the meme. Like we just said, the 69,420 meme, 420, of course, being like, oh, yeah, it's smoking weed. And of course, 69, you already know. But they have speculated, many onlookers, on the significance of El Salvador purchasing 420 Bitcoin specifically, which is a popular slang term for marijuana consumption. So again, it is sort of one of those things where they have the money to buy as much as they want, not as much as they want, but a good amount. And when they buy it, they basically, like Bukele, as a young millennial man, can make fun with it. I mean, people have been doing it all the time. I think, who was it? Sam Bankman-Fried, didn't he just raise 420 million, $690,000, something like that? Like, you can have fun with it when you are actually rich. So For my man here, Bukele, is not a big deal that he did a 420 Bitcoin purchase. This will be regular. What I want people to understand is what happens when you have 10 countries doing this on a consistent basis, weekly, 20 countries doing it, 50 countries doing it.
Can you imagine
and you have
20,000 Bitcoin bought this week by countries?
And less supply. That's the thing. Supply gets cut in half in 3 years, people. So you got to understand what we're talking about. This is going to be massive at a certain point, and they're going to be competing with each other. So you bought 500. Oh, well, I'm buying 1,000. Well, you bought 1,000. I'm buying 1,500. That's when we start seeing what we call hyper Bitcoinization. And again, I want to give a shout out to who was that said that? I can't even find that, but forget it. But yeah, that's how we probably get hyper Bitcoinization. And again, El Salvador is just another cog in the machine.
It sounds like you're saying we might have a Bitcoin arms race. That's going to be crazy to see.
Pretty much.
All right. And last but truly not least, we're going to be talking about education. Shout out to Wharton for getting their hustle on. Wharton accepts crypto payments for blockchain program tuition fees. That's right. The 6-week program costs $3,800, and the Ivy League university expects to attract thousands of students each year. Hey, let's have Professor Bitcoin Zay talk about this. What's going on here at Bitcoin Zay? For this price tag, they better have you walking in on Tuesdays. What's going on with this digital class?
Oh yeah, so the Wharton School, which is one of the premier business schools in the United States, will accept Bitcoin and other forms of cryptocurrencies for tuition fees for their blockchain program specifically. All right, and the adoption is limited to only this program, and it starts in January. It's entitled Economics of Blockchain and Digital Assets, which is a 6-week program, and the price tag isn't that bad. It costs $3,800, and it's supposed to attract thousands of students a year. They're using Coinbase Commerce, which is pretty popular to do it. And of course, earlier this year, I remember this business school made news when they received a generous $5 million gift in Bitcoin from an anonymous benefactor. So that may have been what kicked off their thought process of offering this degree. We'll see more colleges offer it, but I kind of think, I don't want to give away the ideas that I have, but I kind of think these colleges that are offering these programs, they're late to the party, so they're trying to, put this out. But there's been other colleges, Stanford, Harvard, MIT, they've already had these classes. But the ones that are just trying to put it out now, they're going to run into a big problem. And all I'm going to say is metaverse. So them putting these programs out is good. I just think a lot of them are going to be too late. And by the time they wrap their head around putting it out, it's the metaverse, I think, is going to take over education. So good shout out to them, Wharton. But again, as a premier business school, blockchain has to be taught. Tech side, business side, economic side, everybody has to learn it. So shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to them. What I will say that I think they may have a chance of survival here is kind of like with banks custodying Bitcoin. If colleges move to the metaverse, that would be the only thing I can see. And it might actually happen, but definitely not in the short term. They're going to fight that. They'll fight that move so hard. So yeah. But with that, that is the show for today. Really quick, when I look at this, look at that. It was 314, but 306 people watching, 150 likes. And for that, you all get a sponsor ad today. That's right. Axion, thank you for the sponsored show today. I'll make sure to put that in the chat. Check out that video. Thumbs up and like if you want, or thumbs down, regardless. But seriously, I will say, just look at Axion for those who are our in-house hexagons, and tell me your rebuttal in the comment section. I'm very curious. Because Axion, when I started reading, and as someone asked yesterday, again, we'll talk about this tomorrow if anyone calls in. But no, we don't vet sponsored or promoted projects at all. None, which is why they're sponsored promoted. We're not vetting them. So make sure you do your own research. But again, one of the projects that rhymes with Mexican that has been hawked on here and shielded many times, Axion looks to be doing the exact same thing. So we'll see which one comes out on top with this one. We'll definitely see who comes out on top. Other than that, make sure you smash that like and share. Tomorrow is, I want to say FBF, but just in general, you got any smoke tomorrow, come bring it. Let us know what's up.